Hello and good evening. This is your boy Vaughn B, my man Ricky here, and this is the UN podcast on the GNC Gaming and Culture Television channel. How you doing? You okay there, Ricky?
Yeah, so far good.
All right. Took last week off because I was dead tired and there was absolutely nothing to talk about. But this week, James Gunn may be out at DC if it gets sold, and he says that may not be a Peacekeeper 3.
No, they just found a different director.
Well, I don't know. There's an article on it, but first thing is they actually released two trailers. One of which is the Vision Quest, so I can see if I can find that. And the other one is the trailer for Wonder Man. So let's check that out. Okay. All right, so this comes out in January. So this is will be for the beginning of the year, the first thing for Marvel in terms of their new slate of Marvel stuff. So get to all right. So here's the trailer. All right, let me watch that on YouTube. All right, you're right. Can you hear it?
No, yeah.
The entertainment world is stunned today when internationally celebrated and reclusive filmmaker Von Kovac sprung out of retirement to sign on for a remake of Wonder Man. Mr. Von Kovac, could you tell us more?
Everyone is tired of superheroes. There is an opportunity to reimagine a whole genre of storytelling.
Have you thought about casting?
So, what's this big audition you were talking about?
It's a huge opportunity. I'm auditioning for Wonder Man.
Did you hear about Wonder Man? I need to be in this movie.
Sorry, you crazy.
I was born to play this character.
Oh, you serious? Boo, they are already talking to Leo.
You just gotta go out there and crush it.
What's wrong?
I'm trying to come up with a backstory for the character.
Well, trust the words. Just show up and say them.
That's not my process.
Well, your process can go blow a spider.
You guys killing it in there, bro.
Where have I seen him before?
Pretty sure he used to be a terrorist.
Next!
You can slate whenever you're ready.
Simon Williams, reading for Wonder Man.
Listen to me, Simon. The callback is happening now. Just be normal.
Normal man. The breakdown is go method.
Come in. Mr. Kovac will meet you in the living room.
So you all here to meet Von Kovac?
Mm-hmm. Hello, everyone. I want to explore the place between fiction and non-fiction.
That's tight.
We are going to make the last movie on Earth. No one will have the balls to make another. And action!
Any news from Von Kovac?
There is news. You'll be the first to know.
Unless you call me again, in which case I will never tell you.
So what do you think?
I don't know nothing about Wonder Man, but it looks funny.
Yeah, this is supposed to be a superhero show. So I was like, the whole thing. All right, the thing about Wonder Man is his original backstory was he was an industrialist who was beat out for contracts, and his company went bankrupt because of Tony Stark. So he wanted to have revenge on Tony Stark. So he went under some, stuff, and they gave him superpowers. He can fly. He's invulnerable. He has a healing factor. Yada yada yada. Right, and he has some energy powers. The current rendition of him, they changed it so that he was an actor that got these powers, and he's basically right now, I think he's energy. It's like a whole thing where his body was the template for the Vision, so him and the Vision kind of considered themselves brothers, kind of a thing. And then he had a thing with Wanda. It's like a whole thing. So it looked like they're going the whole, like the actor part, and he's probably gonna go into some kind of experimentation for the show or something.
I thought they were gonna get the African American person,
Hmm?
the African American.
Right. So the guy who's, yeah, so that the guy who is the black dude is actually Black Manta from DC.
Oh, okay.
So the white dude that they showed was him and his original costume. So maybe this is how they're getting around the race change thing, by having it be a redo of a fictional character that goes to, like, I don't know. It's kind of strange.
Maybe they're gonna the season one's gonna kind of be like introducing the character more in it.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. It.
All right. So Vision and Wonder Man. See if there's a trailer for Vision Quest. Nope. Nothing. I hate these fake trailers that people do. Okay, it's a panel. So there's no actual information. There is this. So share it is. That's the next.
What did I just watch? Vision Quest had its panel for New York Comic Con, and they just revealed who is going to be Tommy, and Ultron is returning? That's right, guys. James Spader will return as Ultron in Vision Quest, and he will also have a human form. But he is not the only one that will have a human form. In the teaser for Vision Quest, they showed human versions of Tony Stark's bots, Friday, Dummy, Edith, and Jarvis. Radir Malik will play Tommy, Wanda, and Vision's son. And it gets crazier because this show comes out in 2026, bro. 2026 is literally Marvel's year, bro. Look at
I don't know, because the way that they ended Wanda, he just kind of left. So I wonder where this takes place. It's like right after, or I don't know.
What was the last series of Vision? That was what, 4 years ago?
Yeah, and it was talk about a trilogy. So unless they're counting the Doctor Strange movie as part of the trilogy, and Vision Quest ends it, which is weird. So it's like it's.
I like that the Vision series. I like that.
Okay. All right. Well, we need to talk about James Gunn maybe being fired, or what he said about Peacekeeper.
I mean, the season 2 is not the best. So
okay. All right.
I mean, season 1 was funny as hell.
I'll take your word for that. But yeah,
they took the comical away from season 1, and then he put more effort of putting his brother and his girlfriend with his wife.
Yeah,
more a part of the show, where he should have just kept it more comical.
Yeah,
that's how I was kind of disappointed.
Okay. Oh, all right. So there is some more information on Wonder Man, though. Let's see. All right. Make sure you can see it. Marvel TV boss Brad Winderbaum shared new details about the upcoming Wonder Man TV series, specifically described as a story about acting. The series see, yeah, I'm not trying. Yeah. Abdul Mateen II take on Simon Wins. He does play the lead role Wonder Man, a reboot of an older show. But also CM Bond with Ben Kingsley's Travis Slattery character and for their love of acting. One of my favorite things I've ever been a part of the studio. He shared that it takes place within the MCU, but it's a story about Hollywood. And it's a story about not just Hollywood. I would say it's a story about acting and the journey of an actor in Hollywood. Having to balance being an artist, making money, and very grounded ideas with anyone or that anyone who came up in Hollywood on arts generally can relate to. I certainly could on a very deep level. He asked if this was Marvel's version of the studio. He responded, Wonder Man is very different from the studio. Actually, it's a different tonally. Very sincere and is very focused on acting as a craft. Studio is more about big Hollywood system, the machine, craziness that ensues. It's really a very intimate portrait of one actor trying to live his dreams while in the world and the need to make money intervenes. Shares that and crafted something very deep and wonderful, moving at times. For the MCU fan that knows the history of Trevor Slattery, okay. Very interesting 3-arc structure for his character as well. Don't want to spoil anything, but it's very sincere, very earnest, and it's not cynical. Finally, he revealed that the show is currently planned to have just a single season, but if the people show up and watch it, it's possible to have a second season. I would put Marvel Zombies on the list. I'd put Wonder Man on the list if we have to see. Season 2 could be on the table if people watch. If it's only Wonder Man story, it really stands on its own as a beautiful piece. But I anticipate that when people get to the end of the story, they're going to want more. I hope that happens. Okay, so is not because there's a clip of him with green eyes or whatever. So at some point, he's going to get powers. So I wonder if he's going to get powers and he's still going to be trying to be an actor. Now, it should be interested, and you can't, yell how all this Marvel stuff is the exact same. This is something different.
Regarding the James Gunn?
No, the Wonder Man show. What I'm
Oh,
saying is like
I had to watch it first before I like. It looks funny.
Mom, but what I'm saying though is everyone is complaining that Marvel is too samey. This looks like a departure, and if it's I don't know if it's different enough and interesting, it could go a long way as to like, all right, well maybe Marvel is going in a new direction or something. So should be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Fantastic Four was pretty good. So it looks like they're turning.
Yeah. We'll see. All right. So the James Gunn out at DC. All right, James Gunn is out at DC with Warner Brothers sale. Skydance made an offer recently and it was rejected. So I guess they're gonna do a little like dance around each other until they come to terms, and then the Ellises will own a lot. They will own TikTok, Paramount, and Warner Brothers.
The only so season 2, Peacemaker, the guy that was still funny was the fat guy, the actor, Stigagi. You know which one is that one? The fat guy that comes with he's with them.
No, well,
Well, anyways, he's still funny as hell from the first season to the second season.
Okay.
That's why he made kind of the show more funnier because the way he's always he'll make you laugh.
All right. So, according to this article, with Superman reportedly bombing financially and with the Peacemaker season 2 flopping with fans, I reached out to my insiders about the state of DCU under James Gunn. The short of it is that James Gunn will be out as the head of DCU with the Warner Brothers Discovery sale. I'm told that David Ellis of Skydance, if he buys it, that Mike DeLuca will be in charge of DC and do a complete start. Gunn recently said he's doing whatever he wants with DC, and that sounded odd to me, as if you were building a new universe, you would want to be successful with the fans. It's not happening with both Creature Commandos. Peacemaker fell to Charlton Nelson. They don't have a big audience, and Gunn's claims that Peacemaker season 2 was meant to be a sequel to his Superman movie was pure BS. Superman also failed to resonate with international fans. His box office came under Zack Snyder's. Gunn's approach to the DCU has been all about divisive messaging. It's splitting the fan base. So we have any actual information though. We saw that the big news that Mike DeLuca and Pam Ed resigned with Warner Brothers in Deadline's report. They basically said it was because of the sale of Warner Brothers Discovery. David Ellison is looking to purchase WBD. So WBD CEO David Zaslav is putting people in place that Ellison wants. That means Ellison wants DeLuca and Abdi to be in charge of Warner Brothers films. He noticed that Gunn is pivoting his Playing Gods and Monsters storyline into what he calls the Superman family saga. Superman family is all gone. Gods and Monsters stories likely ditched because Gunn knows he can only get a select amount of movies out before the sale. And I've also been told that the reason why the DCU projects have been stalling is because of Gunn's interference. The filmmakers want their own vision and not Gunn's. I am told that the most visionary directors in Hollywood are staying away from not only DC, but Marvel and Star Wars because life is too short and everyone is looking for original properties. I am told that Zack Snyder is happy doing his original stuff, but would only return to DC for one last movie, an adaptation of The Dark Knight Returns, which is interesting. So, whoever buys it wants a complete new start. What has been reported, Skydance, and I am told that Universal is still in the mix, and they've been eyeing it for years. I'm told that David Ellison buys Warner is because James Gunn will be out. David Ellison's father. Okay. So, yeah, okay. Peacemaker isn't getting a season 3, and Gunn lied about the family-friendly approach to DC. I'm told that actually nobody in the building knows his status except for Gunn himself, but his actions speak as to what might happen. All right, so this is a lot of speculation. Are you up for another DC reboot, or are you good?
As long as they don't mess up House of Dragons.
Well, this mostly had to do with DC. So Warner Brothers stuff, I don't know. That's already shot or mostly done. Now you would have to be worried about what could possibly happen in the future. Then you could be concerned, but I think it gets good ratings, so they probably wouldn't want to touch that too much.
That's what you think. Look at Star Wars.
Well, yeah, but the person who's in charge of Star Wars was living in a dreamland of getting revenge on her former bosses for some reason by destroying the things that they love. So it's very weird. But that seems to be how Hollywood works. So all right. There is something that I found interesting that just was came out. All right. I know you don't play games much, but there's this series of games called Assassin's Creed, right?
Yeah, I know what game is that. I know Assassin's Creed.
All right. So there is a okay. So there's a thing that came out that the next Assassin's Creed was going to be a former slave going after the clan, all right? And in the South, like right after the Civil War, right?
Uh-huh.
So Ubisoft canceled it because of the previous game was lambasted basically because they decided to stick a giant black dude uh into early Japan where there was a guy from Africa who lived there, but they decided to make him a samurai and had him like basically beating the hell out of the Japanese people. But there was a backlash, and if you read, so this site, the gamer, is kind of a left leaning site. So of course it's like, oh, because he was black. It's like, no, nobody probably would have had a problem with him if you were more accurately uh to the story of the time period that he lived in, and you just lied about that. You made him a samurai when he wasn't. You changed they use stuff that they weren't supposed to use. Like there's like a temple that the people who run the temple do not allow anybody to use its likeness in anything. They just did it anyway because they felt like it. They had it's like they made the game, but they didn't pay any attention to any details. They just kind of made whatever they wanted. So the folks in Japan were pissed off about that. But the only thing you kept hearing about was the fact that people didn't like the Yosaki character because one, you made him into something that he wasn't. And then you push him to the front. It's like this whole woke stuff, right? So this gets pushed out a couple of days ago. And what's funny to me is like when I read these articles and I'm looking like all right, so make sure you can see it. Where is okay, here it is. Ubisoft Assassin's Creed has been exploring different parts of history since its first installment launched back in 2007. One might say that's the entire point of the series. It draws heavily inspiration from real life historical events and figures. Blah 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 blah. So far, this has been a successful tactic that allowed Ubisoft to tell stories about assassins all over the world and different eras of history. Ubisoft has faithfully and lovingly rendered historical environments like the Renaissance and the golden age of piracy and feudal Japan. This has also led to iconic moments like the player character getting up to beat up a pope. Basically, Assassin's Creed appeals to a casual history nerds who are interested in learning more about different pivotal points in history. I've always appreciated that Ubisoft doesn't focus solely on American history. It would be pretty boring, and the studio decided that all the history worth exploring was found mostly within the borders of one country. That doesn't mean I'm opposed to more games set in America. Assassin's Creed, this basically, he was half white, half Native American, and this was during the Revolution. All right, so it's the third one. Okay, according to a new report by GameFall, Ubisoft had a game set in post-Civil War America in early development. It would have been set during the Reconstruction period of 1860s to 70s, and you would have played a formerly enslaved black man who was recruited by the assassins to return to the South and fight for the rights of former slaves, confronting the Nazi and Ku Klux Klan while he's at it. Employees, current informer who spoke to GameFall about the project had been enthusiastic about the game, but it was canceled by management. This was very obviously a cool concept, so why was it axed? According to the source, it was because online backlash to Assassin's Creed Shadows Yasuke. See, it was like they just assumed that it was because he was black, like, or African. It's like, no, it's because you changed. Like, people wanted to play an Assassin's Creed based in Japan when you played as Japanese people. Like every other one, you played as the people who were in that particular time period, right? White, whatever it was, right?
Yeah.
They decided to stick a black dude in this for some damn reason. So that's why people got all pissed off. So canceled game reaction to black lead in Yusaka was a point of full controversy before the game's launch, with detractors calling the game woke because it included a black character in Japan. Okay, this is despite Yusaki being the first real-life figure to lead an Assassin's Creed game and one who was portrayed in multiple forms of media prior to this game's conception. Ubisoft is exactly a company wanted to put principles over profit, especially with its after extremely expensive Skull and Bones felt the thing, blah blah blah. The company's far risk averse. I'm not gonna mince words. Ubisoft management got scared amongst the growing resurgence of conservative populism in the gaming space, attacking anything deemed progressive. Paired with global politics swinging harder to the right, the company decided to take the easy out by canceling the game outright, despite internal excitement about the concept. It is not like there isn't a demand for games where characters fight oppression. Indiana Jones performed well, especially after game. Game punch Nazis. It shouldn't be controversial for games to unequivocally take the stand that the Ku Klux Klan is bad and slavery is bad and push it back against oppression is good. Yeah. What the thing that I find most amusing about this, and there's actually another guy where some actor dude named Ralph Ensign or whatever it tells okay. We supported the fan base was not happy with this at all. Many disappointed to hear that not only has Ubisoft allegedly conceded to the races, but canceled the game with promising premise to win them over. So this, and once again, F off for no for caliber. All right. The thing that trips me out the most about this is because clearly none of these people actually understand the history of that time period. Because they all lean left. So they keep talking about racism, whatever. If they actually did it how you spoke, how like history wise, the black dude would have been a Republican and he would have been killing Democrats.
Yeah.
Because that's who the Ku Klux Klan was.
But they don't want to say that.
No, they don't want to say that. So they what if they would have put it out, it would have took 5 minutes before people realized that one, it would have been a shot at Trump, right? And then people would have been like, bro, do you not understand who the fucking Klan was? It's like there were Democrats. The reason for the Civil War is because the Democrats wanted to keep slaves. It's like, I don't think you get that. And I don't think none of these people get that either. I think they actually probably think that everything was flipped. Now, which the concept of this game, which would have been cool, is the Klan actually made like they went after free slaves and they went after Republicans, and they had like card type things where they passed the information around, and when they went after them, like you being an assassin and figuring all that stuff out and a whole conspiracy about that would have been cool as shit if they would have actually did it historically. Right. And if they put that game out, the left folks in this country would lose their absolute shit. Because they would have said, oh, Ubisoft is kissing up to Trump and blah, 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 because people don't actually know this. So when you tell people this type of stuff, they actually don't know because it's not taught to them, and like the actual history is not taught to them like at all. So I would have been if a group of purple-haired people actually made a game like this, can't imagine they would actually stick to actual history, because your last game, you didn't stick to actual history. So part of the reason why the people in Japan were so pissed off is because you changed their history to push some kind of message. That's what the backlash was. It wasn't because he was African. Like, you already had a DLC for the pirate game that they talked about in that article, where you basically played a freed black guy who went on revenge missions in the South. So you already did that. It was a smaller game, but that's what that was, and nobody had a problem with that. The game that they showed, the person with him, she was a freaking another black person in America who was an assassin. So you already done 2 of these. But if you read the article, you would think that they have never even touched none of this stuff, but they have.
They kept forgetting that Lincoln was a Republican.
Yeah, because it doesn't fit what they're pushing. That's why it strikes me as funny. It's like, do you really want to put out a game where a bunch of Republicans are killing Democrats? It's like, really? I mean, to me, it would it's in the past, but it is history. So And if you had to go track down like what's happening and save all these people from being killed by the clan and all, yeah, that would actually be really cool. But I can't imagine any of these green haired people doing that.
Yeah.
So it was canceled. And I'm quite sure maybe one of these fools probably read into the history of it and realized what they would have had to make, and they're like, no, we can't do this. So we got to pretend that it's something different. And it's like, no, we did this because of the racism. I'm like, did you actually listen to what people were complaining about? It's like, no, you did like what you did with Reva on Star Wars and listen to the 5 people who made stupid ass comments about her being black and ignored everyone who was upset that you are shoehorning some other character in the middle of a tried and true story and having Obi-Wan fight Darth Vader when that never happened. It's like that is what people were upset about. Nobody cared about Reva as a character. That's why nobody talks about her now. Nobody cared. They cared about this other thing. But again, it's like again and again, they just do this stuff over and over, and they put nothing but girl bosses in everything. And then it's like, well, why people don't like this? It's like because people are tired of this stuff. Just tell a good story. Like, what did they wanted to? They wanted to change something. The Tron deal, where I actually like Legacy, but they decided to scrap the ending of Legacy and do what they basically did for Dark Fate. You know, when they killed John Connors to boost up some female.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's basically what they did in Tron. So the end of the other like second movie, he was going to do his dad's like business and doing this, but in the interim, they decided to make sure that he was a failure and that this other girl just showed up out of nowhere and saved the company. It's like, please stop doing that. Just write her. If you want to make a movie with her in it, just write something with her where you don't have to crap on a guy to boost her up, because people don't like that. And it's pretty clear that people don't like that. But
they got their own agendas.
Yeah, but apparently the agenda is not to make money. It's like, bro, it's like you're selling a product that people don't want, yet you keep selling the product that people don't want, and then you're shocked. Like, there's a game that just came out, Battlefield 6, on Steam. It has 734,000 people playing it at the same time. Because, because it doesn't, from what everybody can see, it doesn't have any nonsense. It's just all of you show up and virtually shoot at each other. That's it. There's no preachy stuff. There's none of this other things that people don't want. So when you do that, people will show up. It happens over and over and over again. So I don't know why this seems to be a shock. Like if you have a steak restaurant and you serve pretty good steaks, people will come into your steak restaurant for your pretty good steaks. I don't know. So is there any like any kind of thing that you're looking forward to?
For what? For, video games?
No, well, anything. Because it's like, yeah, part of the reason why I didn't do anything last week, because it was literally nothing to talk about and I was tired.
Not that I just started watching the old Alien movies.
Oh, speaking of which, there is an actual.
Give me a little bit, so can I make me understand more from the series?
Oh, Alien Earth.
Yeah, I watched Prometheus.
Oh, dude, I thought you meant like Alien.
No, I started from the other ones.
Oh, okay.
Alien Romulus or kind Romulus.
Romulus.
Yeah, and then the other one. What was the other one? There's another one. It was 3. I seen 3.
All I know is they were trying to explain the people, the engineers who created everything, and it was like it was I don't know, it was very science fictiony, and you got to watch Charlize Theron run straight ahead from this falling thing instead of running sideways.
Yeah.
It's like, why did you run sideways? It's rolling that way. Run the other direction. And I don't know. At least the one thing I got to give Alien Earth, they give somewhat of an explanation on why people keep putting their heads over the eggs. There's like some weird compulsion when a creature who can be inhabited gets near it, and it doesn't work on robots. They've never explained that, because just throughout
that's when that thing pops out and grabs them in their face.
Right. And they've never really explained it. So what they've been basically doing is that you're sitting there like, why are you sticking your head on top? I'm like, I'm not looking to see what that thing is. You have all kind of robots and probes and whatnot that you can like, but no, sure enough, somebody always walks up to it and goes, what's that? And it jumps them in the face. It's like, why are you keep doing that? So at least Alien Earth gave somewhat of an explanation. So I'll at least give it that.
It was all right. I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
Oh, the other one was Alien Covenant. Covenant.
Covenant.
Yeah, just I watched it, but I just wanted to watch it again.
You know what's funny is that the modern stuff is so bad that you're gonna go back and look at all the stuff that you thought was bad at the time, and you're gonna go just like that. It wasn't terrible.
Yeah, but sometimes I just watch it so I can understand more of the series. That I have to go back and kind of understand it more. So that's how I watch the old movies.
All right. Well, it's looking all right. There is an article I did see about Alien. So Sigourney Weaver reveals that she's in talks to reprise Ripley role. I don't know how. She's like 80 years old.
Maybe a different casting.
I don't know. We might see Sigourney Weaver in a return to the Alien franchise. After all, the recent rumor is that the next Alien movie will bring Weaver back to play a de-aged Ellen Ripley. Was met with a mixture of excitement and trepidation from fans of the classic horror franchise. But Alien Romulus director Fede Alvarez soon debunked the reports as fun gossip. Like, Ripley might show up in a sequel, but it seems like there may have been some truth to the rumor that the actress thinking about revisiting her most famous role. So
because I believe they were gonna make Prometheus too, huh? But they never made it.
Yeah. So, right. So we have the technology to make everyone look younger, right? So you can look younger, and they did that in the Ant-Man movies. They did that with Captain Marvel and all that stuff, right? So they all look like they did in their 30s and 40s, right? Problem comes from is when they move. So as soon as they move like 70-year-old men and women. So it's kind of hard to get around it.
Can they put him have him a stunt man?
Dude, was it Samuel Jackson and Captain Marvel? They de-aged him, and he looked like he was in his maybe 40s or late 30s, probably 40s, right? And every time he ran around like a 60-something-year-old man who just looks young. So, but I don't even know if I could probably play this. I have been down the rabbit hole of some crazy stuff lately. All right. So you heard about the AI music of that they have been basically making blues versions of different songs.
Yeah, I seen they use AI to do a Spanish singer that died like 25 years ago, and
Dude, it's
they put him AI where he comes out like singing with the present singer that's present, like famous.
bro, they're doing stuff that I is bot it like I don't know how to feel about this. It kind of bothers me, but it kind of doesn't, kind of thing. All right. So you see this?
I ain't got no dreams no more. I am the dream.
Oh, did you say that?
The crowd is turning on
This is
him.
unbelievable.
Is that the one they show with Tupac too?
No, this is like, dude, this
Yeah,
is
they did one like Tupac too, and
yeah, but
WWE.
there's one when he's talking to Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
King and Malcolm.
You are nothing without me. You want a dream? On Sunday you'll have one, because I'll be putting you to sleep.
On its feet for the foul. Washington has arrived. The crowd is on its feet for the founding fighter. You can feel the respect. Oh my God, it's Abraham Lincoln. He's done it. Lincoln is here live. I can't believe this. The arena is erupting. Look at Washington. He can't believe it. This crowd is losing their minds. Abraham Lincoln is walking to the ring. This is unreal. This is unreal. History itself standing in that ring. Washington and Lincoln face to face for the first time. He got Lincoln up. Strength. The father of a nation on his shoulders. Revolution.
Bro, what's gonna eventually happen though, man, is I seriously don't know how to feel about this. It's like it's cool, but it's not cool at the same time. You know what I mean?
Funny.
Right. So it's like it's
funny,
cool, but it's like that. That's not. It's not cool, but it is cool, but it's not cool.
Well, it's funny for me. I mean, I think people like it.
No, every like people do, and like I'm not.
It's entertainment.
Oh yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's just like it's cool, but it's not cool all at the same time. And it's like the thing I was telling you with the Tupac stuff. Let's see if I can find this.
The next one will be Bin Laden against Osama. I mean, Obama.
Bro, they had friggin' the devil versus Jesus, and Jesus was fighting inside the ring. Like that's why I said, dude. It's like it's what's going to be interesting is like how the future of this goes, all right? Because this is way more. All right, let me play this. This is cooler than this needs to be. All right.
California knows how to party. California knows how to party.
And I found so much of that of it's like the music that's in the background is like, if you like the blues, it is Chef Kiss blues music using Tupac, Eminem, Mobb Deep, Coolio, all their lyrics. And it's a dude singing. There's like there's one with Death Around the Corner, right? So at the end of Death Around the Corner, the original Tupac song, he takes the clips from the Untouchables. All right, so you got Al Pacino being Al Capone. So he busts in and he's like, I want them dead. I'm burnt to the house, burnt. I want to piss on that, right? Right. So what the person did was they had a girl singing that at the end of this. And it sounded like something you would hear in some smoky club somewhere in the 50s. So, bro, and I'm like, if this sounds like this now, 10 years from now, you're gonna be able to watch whatever the hell you want. Because it'll be like Sora 10, and it's getting better and better and better and better, faster and faster and faster. They had like some dude who was showing people pictures of AI generated women and real women, and people couldn't tell them apart. So it's like, yeah, you can forget your OnlyFans stuff, and it's just what AI is going to do in the next decade is I can't even, like, it's hard to figure this out because it's just stuff that you wouldn't expect. Because I wasn't listening for blues versions of Many Men and like Wish Death Upon Me, or blues versions of Changes, or blues versions of Hell, Lord Knows, or whatever. I was not even remotely, that wasn't even on my radar. But the stuff that these dudes is making, it sounds like it's amazing. It's like Joe Rogan was talking about like Many Men Wish Death Upon Me. He was talking about with Carrot Top, and they're sitting there just like, dude, this is insane. This is so good, it's insane.
But us normal got people, we can't do that, huh? The AI.
No, you can do that.
Oh, you still can do that?
You just got to learn the software. Because basically what it is you put in the lyrics. So it's the lyrics. And then you say that you want this to be in whatever. Say you want it to sound like friggin' ABBA. Right. And the AI, it'll go through and listen to all these ABBA songs, listen to how they say stuff or whatever, and then have them saying whatever lyrics you give them to say. So it'll be an ABBA song, but it's like it's California Love. Remember when I was saying how at some point you're gonna get to it where you're gonna just sit down and you're gonna tell your personal AIs, like, I feel like watching some science fiction. So I want something that's Star Trekky and just all these prompts or whatever, and it's gonna create something that you're gonna sit there and watch. It's not exactly there yet, because it's like most of these clips are relatively short, but it's gonna be movie length before you know it. So
How about the copyright?
That's where it gets iffy, and that's why all the lawsuits and whatnot are coming through. It's like all this is new technology. So you got a bunch of boomers who are in charge of the government. Like, they don't know anything about any of this stuff. So it's like, how did you set up the copyright for this? Because especially like anything that hits public domain, because Superman is about to hit public domain. So there are going to be a plethora of Superman movies and shorts and TV shows and all kind of stuff. I think Batman is another 10 to 20 years or something like that.
So what's the plan with DC or Superman then, if it's gonna be public domain? Are they trying to do something else?
That's like, basically that's what the part of them aging up his son was about. And it's like they're trying to pivot from these characters. And I think that's what,
Unless they start changing and they're passing laws.
yeah, but
they could overturn it.
No, this public domain. That's just how it works. When you copyright something, you can only hold on to it for 100 years. Your family. So it's old. This has been a thing for a while, so they ain't changing that. So yeah, I think this is part of the, like, Disney lost Steamboat Willie because that hit public domain, and before long, Mickey Mouse is going to hit public domain too. So that's why for Disney, you don't see any Mickey Mouse stuff that much.
Oh, okay.
So they pivot. So, but all these companies suck at creating new things. So they keep pushing their new stuff and nobody likes it because they don't know how to do it anymore. It's all hilarious to me. Is they wouldn't have an issue if they still maintain the talent to create new things. So you just move on to the new thing and just kind of push the other stuff to the side. Because like the Lone Rangers is in public domain and the Shadow and all these other things are in public domain, but they haven't been on the public zeitgeist in so long nobody knows anything about them. But they
So
got all
basically, when it's public domain, there are not gonna be no more movies of that part.
no, when it's public domain, anybody can make whatever they want.
No, I know, but the people that created it, there's not gonna really promote it no more.
Kind of like what Marvel did when they didn't have the rights to the X-Men and the Fantastic Four for movies. So they kind of pushed them to the side and they were really pushing I forgot about the name of the other one. It was like mutants, but not mutants. So they were pushing those. I forgot the name of what they were, but yeah, that's just what these companies do. They just pivot to something else, but they don't know how to create anything, so they can't really pivot. So everything that anybody likes is all old. So there you go. Yeah, and like I said, like what I just played you, that sounds amazing. So what do you think people going to be like? You're going to get blasted with so much AI type stuff because just like how the first couple of weeks of American Idol, you get everybody grandma who wish they was a singer but can't sing, shows up to these auditions to sing. And like the people who are judging gotta listen to all this crap. It's the same thing. It's like when you go look up science fiction and you go on Amazon, there's so much because it is easy to self-publish. There is so much crap that you gotta wade through to find out any person who's remotely interesting. And that's what's gonna happen. There are gonna be so many TV shows and so many movies and whatnot. It's just gonna be nuts. But then eventually you'll get the your own personal AI will just make something for you. It's gonna be hard to stand out, but people like original. It is. Oh, there's an AI actress that the the actors union is getting all upset about not right now. Some company is pushing an AI actress. So it's like they're worried they're gonna make her a star. I'm like, you guys can't make anybody a star right now. What's the last star that you keep pushing these people? You can't make stars actors, you can't make stars in music. All the people that anybody has heard of, they're all in their 30s. All these 20-year-olds or whatever that they come up, they get super popular, then they go away. Come on, go away. So they can't make none of them stick. That's why you keep hearing about Drake and friggin' and all these other people. And those they all getting close to 40. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. So you're gonna be watching your AI stuff in your car that you can't drive no more. Because everything will be automatic. And children will be used to that stuff. So it'll be normal for them. It'll be weird for you, normal for them. And you're going to be talking about movie stars and all like real life people, and they're going to be looking at you like, really? Humans used to do this?
That's possible.
I don't know, dude. It's like, because my whole thing is like, whenever I'm talking to anybody about this kind of stuff, they always talk about like from their perspective. I'm like, dude, it is not about your perspective. The future is not about your perspective. The The future is about the perspective of some 2-year-old right now. Imagine some kid that just born this year, and I'm playing you this very good music that's based off of somebody else's lyrics from the 90s. That sounds really, really good. So by the time that kid get to be 11 or 12, when he's really into his own type of music, who knows what that's gonna sound like at that point. Future's gonna be interesting. Are you gonna go see Tron at all?
Nah.
I was interested, but I'm keep hearing too much stuff about it. It's nice and shiny. I like nice and shiny.
No, I mean the only movie I really went was to see Wolverine and Deadpool. That was like the most exciting movie I thought wanted to go see. But none of these movies, nah.
Yeah, it's like that's part of the reason. Like it's making it hard to do an entertainment channel because the entertainment sucks. You can talk about like rumors and actors flipping out and whatever. It's like last week it would have been about Jimmy Kimmel. I don't give two shits about Jimmy Kimmel. It's like I just don't care. And I keep hearing all these people say all this stuff, and I just like, dude, I just don't care. You don't like something, I'm like, okay, good for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but well, the crazy thing about the coming AI stuff is you'll get a bunch of people who weren't able to make anything before. They're gonna be able to do all kind of stuff. So that should be good.
Yeah, but some way, somehow this corporation will find a way to control it. Don't think that's gonna be easy. You just watch what you want. It's not gonna happen like that. Even either the government or the corporation is they're gonna have a control over it. The same thing like marijuana. They want to regulate it, so they want to control it. It's the same thing as AI.
Yeah, but they suck at it.
Yeah, but they'll get what they want.
Well, we got to figure out a way around that, and that's the thing about like this kind of stuff where like they can't really gatekeep. No, when I was saying before about how there's gonna be just so much like so much stuff, but you'll be able to create your own little space in there. You know what I mean? Where you can find what you like. Because I played this for a bunch of people, and yeah, they were digging the hell out of it. Like, yeah,
it's funny.
Yeah, dude. And it's like there's a bunch of them where it's like Michael Jackson is fighting a bear or something like that. It's like one with Michael Jackson and Prince and somebody else doing something. I don't know what it was. And to me, it was funny given how I know that they didn't like Michael Jackson and Prince didn't like each other. So that just makes all that funny to me. So that's what I said. It feels wrong, but it's still funny, but it still feels wrong. Because it's just new. Like people are excited about the Tupac hologram. you are going to be able to watch an entire concert with these dead singers and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're already doing it for Spanish singers.
Yeah, like you said. So you're gonna be able to, it's gonna be crazy, and then you're gonna have them be able to like for one of the cons they had an AI Stan Lee that you can have a conversation with. So it's just like, yeah, this is just the world that's just going in, and these things are going to just be like the lack of nostalgia. All right. It's like my godson is not going to have to be nostalgic for anything because he can watch whatever he wants, what he used to watch when he was younger at any point. Just cause. And it's like, it's just how it is. The time period of what was is just going to be gone.
Yeah, that's entertainment. There's always
Yeah.
other stuff to do besides entertainment.
Yeah. Entertainment is about to get super personal.
Yeah.
Like I had a conversation with someone at work about how you got these women who have children, but they still want to go do single woman stuff, and then they missed all of that. I'm like, no, you had a kid. This is what your life is now. Like, I
But
like
sometimes they have Mother's Day out or something like that.
right. That's fine. I'm not talking about that. I am talking about stuff like I used to watch football. I used to spend all day watching football. And then 14 years ago, I got a damn job where I work Sundays. So I haven't watched football on Sundays in so long. Now it's just kind of like in the thing. But it was something that I used to do all the time. Just sit down, watch CBS, Fox, or like whatever it was on, and just watch football all day. Got my little snacks, all that, I'm straight. Like,
Yeah, but now with technology and all that, you can watch it on your phone.
yeah, but it's not the same. It's not the same as sitting down in surround sound with the speakers blasting and in front of your television on your comfy couch. It's just not the same. But that's not what I'm used to. So somebody else who's younger, that's what they're used to. But that's what I mean. So it's like eventually they're gonna like those chips that Elon Musk is working on at some point. They're not gonna be some little thing sticking out of your head. It's gonna be some tiny little thing that they're gonna inject, and like you're just gonna go in the office and then it's gonna pop it in, and then it'll move its way up because it'll have its own power or whatever. It'll move it up itself up to the position that it needs to be at, and it'll sit there and it'll branch out and connect to your brain, and then you will be tied to the internet. And every science fiction book that I have read that has anything like that, this just becomes the norm.
Yeah, but it's whoever's gonna be able to afford it.
Eventually, it'll get to the
It
point.
sound like it's gonna be given to everybody. You have to. People gonna have to pay for it.
No, what I'm talking about is later, not at first.
Even later, I still people gonna have to who could afford it.
No, I think that there will be a threshold where more people will have this access, and then you're just gonna have to have it. And once it gets to that point, it'll probably be cheap enough that it'll be injected into you as a kid. Like I said, I've read a bunch of science. It's like the same stuff, and I can kind of see that happening. Where it is, you just won't be able to function because everything will like once it becomes that, just like debit cards and all that other stuff. It's like they probably have people who still write checks.
Yeah, there.
Right. But that is everybody has a debit card now or credit cards or whatever. But there are still people walking around who's like, oh no. And the cashier is probably looking at them like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah, I think cashier they don't accept checks no more, I believe.
I don't know. At some point it's gonna be where there's no cash and everything is gonna be.
Well, it's already no cash. I mean, I don't. A lot of people like me don't carry cash. We just use debit. That's it, and Zelle.
Yeah, but they got places that they still. I was in Walmart. The lady in front of me, she paid in cash.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying it's gonna disappear. There's not gonna be more cash, and that's how the government gonna be able to control everything.
So yeah, but that's what I'm getting at. Is yes, the little thing that Elon Musk is doing right now is super expensive. 20 years from now, it won't be. It'll be something that everyone will just have. The folks like us will be in our 80s and 70s, and like, I ain't putting that thing in my head. And a 10-year-old, your 15-year-old great grandchild or grandchild will be looking at you like, grandpas, like, why are you acting like this? It's perfectly normal. Everybody has this. And you'd be like, no, no. Like, you're not like, you're gonna be insisting on driving your car. Your grandkids gonna be upset with why are you driving your car? It's like it's not safe. Because you're gonna be remembering watching videos when you were younger of people getting stuck in these fucking things and they can't get out. No, I ain't doing that. But again, it'll be normal for younger people. It's kind of how the world works, and you don't really realize that until you get older. So all your cranky grandparents who didn't like whatever new fandangle thing that you thought was cool, and you just couldn't figure out why they didn't like it. Yeah, now you know. It's like I don't know. It just seems weird, but that's how it is. All right. So what you about to get into? Because we've been at this for about an hour.
I have to go over my football picks.
I think I'm gonna make a pizza, even though it's kind of late. Well, I got my new phone, so I am no longer on. I am no longer on iPhone. I sent Kent a text about Android for life, so you got a kick out of that. I gave my goddaughter is probably going to be using my iPhone. So I erased everything off it, put it in there, and they're going to use it for something. I don't know, house phone. I don't know how keen I am on her having that because she's going to be 11. But what do you do? Yeah. It's like the whole Chat GPT thing. It's like I've been basically more and more using it as my Google because I just ask it a question. It'll send me links and all that stuff. Oh, I can see.
Yeah, everybody is that now.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, time to go. So, anybody who watches this, yeah, we missed last week. So, if you check it out, great. Please like, share, and subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And on behalf of myself and my man Ricky, I'm out. We out.
Peace out.